Today we will discuss about rhombus and solve some problems on rhombus. Rhombus is a quadrilateral in which both pairs of opposite sides are parallel and equal. All four sides of a rhombus are equal, opposite angles are equal, and the diagonals perpendicularly bisect each other. So rhombus is a quadrilateral in which all the sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel to each other, opposite angles are equal, and the diagonals perpendicularly bisect each other. So let us see a rhombus. So ABCD is a rhombus. Here AB, let it be 6 centimeters. Then BC is also 6 centimeters, CD 6 centimeters, and AD also 6 centimeters. Four sides are equal, and AB is parallel to CD or DC, and AD is parallel to BC. Next, opposite angles are equal. Angle A is equal to angle C, and angle D is equal to angle B. Then the diagonals diagonals intersect perpendicular to each other. So this angle is 90 degrees. So all the four angles are equal to 90 degrees. They bisect each other perpendicularly. So this portion, that is, if the point of intersection is O, OD is equal to OB, and OA is equal to OC. So these are the properties of rhombus. So let us see a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Then opposite sides are parallel to each other. AB is parallel to DC. Here also AB is parallel to DC. And AD is parallel to CD or BC. But here the adjacent sides need not be equal. The opposite sides are equal, but adjacent sides are not equal. So AB is equal to DC, AB is equal to DC, and AD is equal to BC. But not AB is not equal to AD, AB is not equal to BC, or BC is not equal to CD. So here only opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. But here opposite sides are equal and parallel, and the adjacent sides are also equal. So all the four sides are equal. That is, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to DA. Here all the four sides are equal. So in a parallelogram, if the adjacent sides are equal, that is DC is equal to CB, adjacent sides are equal, then the parallelogram becomes a rhombus. Only one condition. So in a parallelogram, if the adjacent sides are equal, that is, if DC is equal to CB, then it becomes a parallel. Let us see how it becomes a rhombus. So as DC is equal to CB, DC is parallel and equal to AB. So DC is equal to AB. These two are equal. And as these two are equal, these three are equal. And as the opposite sides are equal and parallel, uh, this is equal to this. So all the four sides are equal. Therefore, if one pair of adjacent sides are equal in a parallelogram, then it becomes a rhombus. So in a rhombus, opposite angles are equal, same as in the case of a parallelogram. But here the parallelogram, the diagonals does not intersect perpendicularly, but in the case of rhombus, the diagonals intersect, the diagonals bisect perpendicularly each other. So these are the properties of rhombus. Let us solve certain problems on rhombus. ఫస్ట్ ఇక్కడ కొన్ని స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఇచ్చాము, అవి ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్ చూద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ వన్, ఏ parallelogram in which two adjacent sides are equal is a rhombus. A parallelogram in which two adjacent sides are equal is a rhombus. It is true. If two adjacent sides are equal, four sides are equal, because in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. So if adjacent sides are equal, all the four sides are equal, and both the sets of opposite sides are parallel and equal, it is a rhombus. Therefore this statement is true. Next, a parallelogram in which the diagonals bisect perpendicularly is a rhombus. A parallelogram in which the diagonals bisect perpendicularly is a rhombus. It is also true. The diagonals bisect perpendicularly only when four sides of a parallelogram are equal. Therefore, when four sides of parallelogram are equal, it is a rhombus. Therefore, this statement is true. Next, in a rhombus, opposite angles are equal. Yes, it is true. In a parallelogram, opposite side angles are equal. So as in the rhombus, the opposite angles are equal. Only the difference is in general parallelogram, the adjacent sides are not equal. So if the adjacent sides are equal, then the parallelogram becomes a rhombus. So opposite sides are equal both in the case of parallelogram and rhombus. Therefore opposite angles are equal is also a true statement. Next, in a rhombus, the diagonals are equal. In a rhombus, the diagonals are equal. That is wrong, because in a parallelogram also the diagonals are not equal. Even in the rhombus, the diagonals are not equal. Let us see. This is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. This side is not equal to this. So A, B, C, D. Here the opposite angles are equal. Diagonals are not equal. It is obvious, clearly seen that diagonals are equal. Similarly, in a rhombus four sides are equal. So this side is longer, this diagonal is longer, and this is shorter. Therefore, the diagonals are not equal in a rhombus. They bisect perpendicularly each other, but they are not equal. Therefore, it is a false statement. The diagonals are not equal in the case of a rhombus. Next, fifth problem. In a rhombus ABCD, AC is equal to 8 centimeters. Show that each side is greater than 4 centimeters. AC is a diagonal and it is 8 centimeters. Let us draw the rhombus. Here AC, the diagonal AC is 8 centimeters. In a rhombus, all the four sides are equal. Let each side be x. This is x and this is x, all. So consider the triangle ABC. Triangle ABC, AC is equal to 8 centimeters. One of the three sides is 8 centimeters and the other two sides are equal. Therefore, from a property of the sides of the triangle, the sum of two sides must be greater than the third side. 2x must be greater than 8 centimeters, or x is greater than 8 by 2, 4 centimeters. That is, x must be centimeters. Therefore, each side must be greater than 4 centimeters. If it is less than 4, a triangle is not formed. Therefore, a rhombus is not formed, because if see, it is a 3 centimeters and this is also 3 centimeters, so we cannot meet those two. Sum of any two sides of a triangle must be greater than the third side. That is the law. Next problem. In a rhombus ABCD, angle A is equal to 60 degrees and AB is equal to 6 centimeters. Find the diagonal BD. Let us draw the rhombus ABCD. Angle A is 60 degrees. Opposite angles are equal. Therefore, this is also 60 degrees. AB is equal to 6 centimeters. Side AB is 6 centimeters. So, all the sides are equal to 6 centimeters. Find the diagonal BD. Diagonal BD. This is the diagonal BD. So, consider the triangle ABD. In this triangle, AB is equal to AD. Two sides are equal. Therefore, it is an isosceles triangle. If two sides of a triangle are equal, it is an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So, the angle opposite to this side is this angle, and the angle opposite to this side is this angle. These two angles are equal because these two sides are equal. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Therefore, these two sides are equal and this angle is 60 degrees. Therefore, each of these two sides is 60 degrees because sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. So, 60 plus, let this angle be x and this is also equal to x. 60 plus x is equal to 180. Sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. Therefore, 60 plus 2x, x plus x, 2x is equal to 180, or 2x is equal to 180. Taking this 60 to the other side, it becomes minus 60, which is equal to 120. 2x is equal to 120, or x is equal to 120 by 2, which is equal to 60. Therefore, x is equal to 60. This angle at D is 60 and this angle at B is 60. Therefore, all the three angles are equal. If all the three angles are equal, all the three sides are also equal. It is an equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. Therefore, as AB is equal to 6, AD is equal to 6, BD is also equal to 6 centimeters. Therefore, BD is equal to 6 centimeters. So, triangle ABD is an equilateral triangle and the diagonal of this rhombus BD is 6 centimeters. Next, seventh problem. In a rhombus ABCD, the diagonals intersect at O. Are the four triangles AOB, BOC, COD and DOA congruent? Explain. In a rhombus ABCD, let us draw the rhombus first. Or the four sides are equal in a rhombus. The diagonals intersect at O. The diagonals perpendicularly bisect. Therefore, at the point of intersection, this is a right angle, this is also a right angle, and this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. Four sides, the angles are equal to 90 degrees, and this portion AO is equal to OC, and OD is equal to OB. And here four triangles are formed. Let us write the triangles AO, AOB, AOB. In AOB, angle at O is 90 degrees. One angle is 90 degrees and the other two sides, a side AB and half of the diagonal OB. And let us take triangle. This is triangle. In triangle ADO or AOD, one angle is 90 degrees and one side AB, AD, which is equal to AB. Here also one side is AB and the other side is OD, which is equal to OB. So, in these two triangles, one angle and two sides are equal. Therefore, these two are congruent to each other. Similarly, these two triangles, two sides opposite and parallel, and this side equal to this side and this side equal to this side. So, these two triangles are congruent. చూడగానే మనకు తెలిసిపోతుంది these two triangles are congruent. Similarly, these two triangles also congruent. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, opposite sides are equal, and the other side, this is equal to this and this side is equal to this. So, all the three sides and three angles are equal in these two triangles. Therefore, these two are also congruent. As these two are congruent and these two are congruent, these two are also congruent. Therefore, the four triangles formed by intersecting the diagonals in a rhombus, the four triangles formed are congruent. So, triangles AOB, BOC, AOB, BOC, and COD and DOA. Four triangles are congruent. Next, eighth problem. In a rhombus ABCD, angle BAD is equal to 40 degrees. Find the other angles. Let us draw the rhombus. Angle ABCD, angle BAD. This angle is 40 degrees. Let us suppose 40 degrees. Find the all other angles. So, opposite angles are equal. Therefore, angle C is also equal to 40 degrees. Then, the adjacent angles are, these two angles are supplementary. Angle C plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. The adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore, angle C plus angle B is equal to 180. Therefore, angle C is 40 degrees. 40 plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees, or angle B is equal to 180 minus 40, which is equal to 140 degrees. Angle B is 140 degrees and opposite angle is also equal to 140. Therefore, the angles in this rhombus are 40, 140, 40, 140. These angles are just like the angles in a parallelogram. The difference between the parallelogram and a rhombus are only the sides. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Only opposite sides are equal. But in a rhombus, all the four sides are equal. Two pairs of opposite sides are also equal. All the four sides are equal. That because of all the four sides are equal in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect perpendicularly. As the adjacent sides are different in a parallelogram, the diagonals does not bisect perpendicularly. They bisect each other but not perpendicularly.